it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. I've had a couple of you guys ask me about my YT decoy, if I love it or I hate it, and I wanted to go ahead and make a quick launcher review on it since I've owned this since November 2022. So we're about a year and a couple months into it, but I highly suggest going and watching my unboxing and my initial ride review first. I'm gonna leave the link up above first. So watch that first, so that way you can see how much the bike has changed until now. So assuming that you guys watched the first video, let's get right into it. I'm gonna go ahead and get the negatives right out of the way. The first negative I gotta talk about is the EPA motor. It does rattle a lot, it is noisy. I'm sure you guys are aware of it. It sounds like there's a little marble in there kind of like rattling around. But other than that, as far as the motor goes, I have no issues with it. I guess I've been really lucky with my EP8. I'm over 1,000 miles on it now, but probably 1,200 or so. The second negative I would say is the knock block. I mean, it's kind of like I said, I'm really nitpicking right now. I thought it was going to get in the way a lot more than it has. It's what the knock block is. It kind of blocks you from going all the way like 90 degrees on it. It's meant to protect your frame from your fork from hitting, but it's only really gotten in the way of maybe once or twice since I known it. And I think I was walking one of them. I was trying to turn really tight on the left and it got stuck. But as far as like going uphill, I mean, it doesn't really bother me. It might bother someone else, but for me, it hasn't really been a big issue, but it is there. Another one I want to say is that it's a Core 2, so I have like the more entry-level derailleurs, which in a way is kind of nice too, because if I ever have to replace it, it's going to be really affordable. But what happened is when I was on the high gear and I was really torquing it down, for some reason this flexes a little bit. Well, I think it flexes where this chain kind of like goes out of alignment a little bit and it catches the edge of the tooth and it will get on it and then it will drop back in and it'll feel like a skip. Kind of learned to stay in the middle right here, or the more the lower top end part. I just changed the way I rode and then kind of fixed that. But when you do go on the highest gear and you really torque it down, I don't know, I want to say it's the cheaper derailleur, but I haven't had any issues now that I've kind of been riding on the lower end of the gears. Other than that, the negatives, that's pretty much it for me. All right, guys, so before we go on a quick little ride, I want to go ahead and get the upgrades out of the way. One of the things I've upgraded was the battery, the 720 battery. That's probably been one of my more favorite upgrades. My range has been extended. My battery like anxiety of like worrying about my range and all that is completely gone. The 540 was good and you can make it last, but you're worrying about it, and it's just one more thing you got to worry about when you're out on the trails, and I didn't really like that. So as soon as the 720 battery came out, me and my friend Shadow picked one up and we haven't had any battery anxiety. The other upgrade I've done to it is the brakes. It came with the SRAM brakes. I absolutely did not like those brakes. I actually did the Shigura on it. I did a quick video on that as well, which it's XT levers, Magura calipers, and 203 Magura Storm rotors. That setup has been perfect. I just recently changed out the rear brake pads on it, but they've lasted me for a good, I want to say like 800 to 700 miles on it. I don't know how that happened, but it worked out really good. The power is there. It's more than an on and off power, what I'm used to. It's really powerful, especially with an e-bike where you're going faster and there's more weight going downhill. So put some tire inserts on them, which I love. I like how that bike feels with inserts. I've always ride inserts. It's just my personal preference for me. Obviously my magnetic pedals, the Hustle bike labs, I love these things. It did come with a Zeb fork, a 38, but I went ahead and upgraded to the Ultimate with the buttercups. It's been feeling really good. That I feel with the shock is kind of like falling behind. So I'm definitely getting a new shock pretty soon. I'm actually chose the Vivid, so stay tuned for that little upgrade. You know, the Core 2, for what it is, it had everything that I pretty much needed. Now it's just, you know, having those little extra luxuries, like a little bit of, you know, small sensitivity and stuff like that. It feels really good now, and I feel like it's only going to get better. But let's go out for a ride now and let's go ahead and talk about the bike. All right, so as far as climbing goes, the bike does really good. Obviously it has the strong EPA motor on it. I've never had any issues with it. Climbing, steep, rocky, whatever you throw at it, it does good. I feel like the geometry will affect maybe the lower end power bikes, like the more the SL versions, maybe that'll affect it since you have to put more effort on it. But as far as this being a enduro designed bike or all mountain, it feels really good climbing up. I mean, I can't really say anything negative about that. It's just really fun. Like, you don't dread it, you know? You don't go to a place, doesn't matter where you go, you're local or anywhere, you don't dread that climb, you know? If anything, you kind of look forward to it. The climb's really fun. So I normally ride a medium-sized bike. My SB150, that was a medium. It felt really good. before purchasing this, I did read that they run a little small on the YTs, so I sized up on the size. I'm currently on a large, and I feel really good on it. I feel like it fits me better than the medium on the SB150, but I really like it. So I would say definitely consider sizing up. But if you're able to put a leg over a decoy before purchasing, obviously do that first. But yeah, I took a gamble on going large, and it worked out for me. Since we're talking about buying, I did buy this bike for $5,900 out the door. It's a Core 2. I missed out on those crazy sales that they had. About a month and a half after I bought it, the price went down to like 41 or 42, which is ridiculous. Even though I missed out on the sale, I don't regret buying this bike. Like, that month and a half that I had before the sale was so worth it. We did so many rides, so much fun. So I didn't regret it. Even at the time when I bought it, it was $5,900. Other bikes that were kind of like in the same realm, you know, like the Specialized Levo and all the other bikes, like the best bang for the bike was still the decoy. And one of the reasons I wanted to get, you know, the negatives out of the way is because everything else about the bike is pretty good. Everything works on it, you know. The dropper post has really surprised me. It has outperformed my transfer. My transfer gets stuck here and there, but not anymore. With the YT Decoy Postman, I know it's a rebranded post, but it works great. I have no issues with it whatsoever. So here's a couple of switchbacks that are kind of tight. So I want to show you that the knock block doesn't get in the way. Here's one of the more tighter ones. No issue. Get right through it. No biggie. But yeah, so we're about to hit a new trail. Kind of want to capture how the decoy gives you confidence. I've only seen this trail that we're about to do on video. Some, you know, obviously GoPro effect kicks in. So I'm sure there's some things that are a lot chunkier than they look on video. And the jumps will look a lot bigger in person. So we're gonna go and hit that up and then kind of show you how confident and inspiring the decoy can be. Have a good one, fellas. All right, so here we go. This bike climbs good and it descends good as well. It does everything pretty much that I throw at it. Which, like I said, it gives me confidence to do new trails. Especially with these new Assegai tires, man. The thing's gripping really good. Plows through everything. Mullet setup is the way to go for downhill for sure. Hop's pretty good, even though it's heavy. Handles pretty decent, or good actually. Okay, all right, this is different now. Okay, I think it's to our left right here. Let's go through this stuff. Okay, it's all familiar. Cool. The wheels have been good too. The synthesis wheels, they don't feel stiff. They kind of take those chatter stuff away with a softer front wheel. Oh shoot. Excuse my riding a little bit. Haven't been here in a while. Some of these things are new. Here we go. Here's some, see some chunk coming up. Oh, oh, ooh, ooh. Like I said, just let the bike do its work. Let it do what it's designed to do, to plow stuff, through stuff. All right. Okay, so I know there's a big jump coming up. Probably go around it since I'm out here by myself right now. Don't want anything to happen. Oh, there's a jump right there. Whoa. Right there. It's like 3 or 4 bike links. But we'll bypass it for now. Nice little drop. Oh, shoot. Gotta get back in the rhythm. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a little bit kicky. Not too bad. Whoa. Oh. Whoa. That's a sharp right turn. Oh. Pretty fun though. Woo. Woo. Hit the brakes A little bit too much. Whoa! Not bad. A little drop. Pick up the speed again. Whoa! Whoa! Hit the brakes too hard on that part. Oh, just low. Yeah, that was sick. That was fun. First time being on that trail. Decoy handled that well. Now that I'm going up again, I do want to say that I kind of am glad that I went with the Core 2 because that kind of made me appreciate my upgrades even more. Like, for example, the brakes, they feel absolutely amazing. I know what I like, I know what I want. So coming from the SRAMs, I could feel that little upgrade right away. The fork, it did this job, it did what it had to do, but this Ultimate, man, is another whole nother level, and it adds to my enjoyment in mountain biking going downhill. So I'm all up for that, and I could only imagine how the shock is gonna feel. This shock feels, like I said, okay. I do feel where it's kind of falling as far as performance goes. Everything else about the bike is good. I haven't serviced the bearings, but the bike still feels smooth. Like, it feels really smooth. And actually, I hate to say this in front of you guys, but I do power wash my bike. There's sometimes we get out there, man, and there's just mud places that we don't know that it's there. We go through it, it gets super chunky, and power washing is probably the easiest, fastest way to take that stuff off. And I'm not saying that I power wash the motor like I hit it hard, you know. Obviously, I'm kind of like away from the motor, but everything else, I power wash tires, you know, wheels, cassette. You know, it's been good. Like, it feels smooth, and it's pretty much quiet besides the EP8 rattle. See how it goes. Working our way back to the car now. Starting to get pretty dark out here. Alright guys, so that's pretty much my long-term review on my Decoy. As you can see, I absolutely love it. I have so much fun with it every time I go out. Nothing but smiles and miles with this thing. It handles good. Obviously it climbs good because of the motor. It descends good. I don't know, I just love it. It's really fun. So I highly recommend getting a YT Decoy if that's one of your choices. And another thing is that their customer service for me has been really good. They always have like little parties going on, little group rides. They're good, they're great. So yeah, like I said before, if you're thinking about getting a YT Decoy, don't be scared. You're gonna have a lot of fun, and it's gonna be worth your hard-earned money. But other than that, guys, hopefully this is entertaining. If you have any questions about the Decoy, please drop a comment down below. Ask away. I'm pretty sure I missed out on a lot of things. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.